India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Coming up in the next half an hour. Defending champion India to take on China in the final of the Women Asian Champions Trophy in Rajgir, Bihar today. Argentina football team, including legendary player Lionel Messi, to visit India next year for an international match. And end of an era, Rafael Nadal retires after an illustrious career, winning 22 Grand Slam men's singles titles, including a record 14 French Opens. Defending champions India will take on China in the final of the Women's Asian Champions Trophy at the Rajgir Hockey Stadium in Bihar on Wednesday. India secured its place in the final with a 2-0 win over Japan in the semi-finals, with Navneet Kaur and Lal Remsiami on the score sheet in the space of 8 minutes. India had won 9 penalty corners in the first half and 5 more in the third quarters. Meanwhile, China made it to the summit clash on the back of a 3-1 win over Malaysia in another semi-final. India have remained unbeaten in the tournament. The run includes a 3-0 victory over China in the league match. Indian star shuttler Lakshya Sen defeated Malaysia's Lee Jia in the opening round of BWF China Masters 2024 tournament on Wednesday. Sen beat the number 7 seeded Lee Jia, packing 21-14, 13-21, 21-13 in the Super 750 event held at the Shenzhen Gymnasium. Lee Jia is the same opponent who had defeated Sen in the bronze medal match at Paris Olympics 2024. Lakshya Sen is now 5-2 in head-to-head against Lee Jia. PV Sindhu and Malvika Bansor booked their spots in the second round in the BWF World Tour Super 750 tournament in Shenzhen China Masters on Wednesday. Two-time Olympic medalist Sindhu defeated Thailand's Busanan Ongbam Rungpan 21-17, 21-19 in 50 minutes. Sindhu will face the winner of the match between Singapore's Yeo Jia Min and Hong Kong's Loh Sin Yan Happy in the next round. Meanwhile, Malvika Bansor beat Denmark's Line Quajefeld 20-23, 23-21, 21-16 in a match that lasted an hour and 14 minutes. Bansor will take on Thailand's Supanida Katitong in the round of 16. India's Anupama Upadhyay upset world number 15 Bai Wen Chang of the USA to make the second round of the women's singles event at the China Masters badminton tournament in Shenzhen. The 19-year-old Upadhyay held her nerve under pressure to beat her higher-ranked opponent 21-17, 8-21, 22-20. The win sets up Anupama for a second-round clash against Japan's Natsuki Nidaira. India's B. Sumit Reddy and N. Siki Reddy also won their opening round match in the mixed doubles event. India's Hardik Panda has reclaimed his place as the top T20 international all-rounder in the latest ICC Men's T20 International Player Rankings. Pandya has overtaken England's Liam Livingstone at the top of the charts on the back of some strong performance during India's recent series in South Africa. The 31-year-old produced some eye-catching efforts with both bat and ball. Pandya wasn't the only Indian player to make giant strides in the latest rankings. Batter Tilak Verma made a massive jump into the top 10. Player of the series, Verma shot up 69 places following his 2 centuries in the series against the Proteas. India's Regional Cricket Association has decided to name a stand at the Eden Gardens after former women's team captain Julan Goswami. The new stand will be inaugurated on January 22nd next year during India's first T20 against England. The Cricket Association of Bengal has decided to name a stand after Julan in 2022 following her retirement. However, it took the state association's time to get the necessary permission from the authorities. In her illustrious career, Goswami featured in 12 tests, 204 one-day internationals, 68 T20 internationals, claiming 355 wickets across formats. Indian blind cricket team is not likely to travel to Pakistan for the T20 World Cup due to security reasons. The Indian team is supposed to travel to the neighbouring country on Wednesday for the event, which is scheduled to take place from November 23rd to December 3rd. The team is in New Delhi, where they had a 25-day training camp. Rain washed out the third and final one-day international between New Zealand and Sri Lanka on Tuesday. New Zealand made a promising start and reached 112 for 1 in 21 overs before rain denied further play. Will Young completed his half-century and was unbeaten on 56, while Henry Nicholas was finally amongst the run scorers with 46 not out. Rain also deprived Sri Lanka of testing its bench strength after the hosts made 5 changes. Sri Lanka won its 5th ODI series at home this year after beating the Black Caps in the first 2 rain-disrupted games. The Special Olympics Asia-Pacific bocce and bowling competition kicked off with a grand opening ceremony at the Tyagaraja Sports Complex in New Delhi. Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankar, inaugurated the event and praised the dedication of the special athletes. The event also saw Union Sports Minister Mansukh Mandavia and President of Special Olympics Bharat, Dr. Malika Nadda, in attendance.
The opening ceremony of the Special Olympics Asia Pacific Bocce and Bowling competition was held at the Tyagaraja Sports Complex in New Delhi. Vice President of India Jagdeep Dhankar graced the ceremony as the chief guest and declared the games open. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar expressed his admiration for the athletes and everyone supporting the event.
By way of these games, we are celebrating something very important, and that is inclusion and dignity. Under the visionary Prime Minister of Narendra Modi, several affirmative steps have been taken to provide an ecosystem to them, to unleash their energy and potential, to realize their hopes and aspirations, to realize their dreams. And I've seen this myself while greeting the parading athletes.
The opening ceremony witnessed a grand display of cultural performances and a special march past by the participating countries. Union Sports Minister Mansukh Mandavia, along with the President of Special Olympics Bharat Dr. Malika Nadda, also attended the event. On this occasion, Mansukh Mandavia said that the government is fully committed to supporting the Special Olympics movement.
Today, I am pleased to announce that the government, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, is fully committed to supporting Special Olympics Bharat and ensuring that our nation provides an inclusive sports environment for athletes of all abilities.
It is a moment of celebration, unity and inspiration with athletes from 12 countries who are representing not only their teams, but also the spirit of inclusion, the spirit of courage, and the resilience that Special Olympics embodies. Our presence today reinforces our commitment to building an inclusive world, one where every individual, regardless of their disabilities, is celebrated and empowered.
The Special Olympics Asia Pacific Bocce and Bowling competition is the first of its kind in India, empowering athletes with intellectual and developmental disabilities aged 22 and above. The tournament has introduced bowling as a competitive sport in India for the first time. The 4-day competition will see special athletes from 12 countries vying for top honours in both sports. Sports Desk, DD India.
A true champion and a voice for inclusion, Shreya Kadian has become an inspiration for many. A gold medalist in softball at the Special Olympics World Summer Games 2015 in Los Angeles, Shreya has not only excelled in sports, but also emerged as a powerful advocate for athletes with intellectual disabilities worldwide. In an exclusive conversation with DD India's Faiz Khan, he shared his journey and the transformative impact of ongoing Asia-Pacific bocce and bowling competition in New Delhi.
We are at Tyagaraja Stadium in Delhi and we have with us Shreya Kadian, who was a gold medalist at Special Summer Game in Los Angeles. in 2015. And I would like to know from Shrey how sports has changed your life.
When I was 5 to 6 years, I played cricket, football in street and in and stadium society. So I saw dream that in one day that I would like to play Olympic Games for India in the Olympic. So at the age of 19 years, for 2015, my dream was succeed and fulfilled when our team India won gold medal against Australia at the Special Olympics World Summer Games 2015 Los Angeles.
It's first time India is hosting the bocce and volley competition here. I would like to know the importance of this event for Shrey.
Importance of this event, like we already organized bocce game for like so many years, but bowling, it is the first time in any international Asia Pacific level for India, because India is debuting this sport. Our team India and other countries giving chance to new and older athletes. So at least he and she will play, and then they care showcase our ability, not for disability. So I'm here for supporting each and every athlete. This event was very huge event for our side. So I really thanks to Asia Pacific and Special Olympics World for hosting this game. So without support, without media support, we can't do.
Thank you, Shrey, for sharing your experience with us. This was Faiz Khan for DD India from New Delhi.
Sports Minister of India's southern state of Kerala, V. Abdurrahman, has announced that the Argentina football team, including legendary player Lionel Messi, will visit the state next year for an international match. The Kerala minister revealed that the match would be held entirely under the supervision of the state government. All the financial assistance for organising this high-profile football event will be provided by the state. Messi last played in India in 2011 when Argentina faced Venezuela in a friendly match in Kolkata that ended in a goalless draw. A second-half strike from Lautaro Martinez gave Argentina a 1-0 home win over Peru in South American qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup on Tuesday. Martinez has become the country's fifth all-time scorer and is tied with Diego Maradona. Martinez notched his 32nd international goal 10 minutes after the break, capitalizing on a fine cross from Lionel Messi to fire home a half volley into the top right corner. The World Cup holder leads the standings with 25 points, 5 clear of Uruguay. The top 6 teams qualify for the World Cup in the United States, Mexico and Canada. Brazil drew 1-1 with Uruguay in South American qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup on Tuesday after Garson's brilliant strike cancelled out Federico Valverd's opener for the visitors. 5-time World Cup winner Brazil is 5th in the CONMEBOL standings on 18 points, 1 point behind Colombia and Ecuador after picking up its second straight draw. Meanwhile, Uruguay is second on 20 points, 5 points behind leader Argentina. Indonesia shocked former Asian champion Saudi Arabia 2-0 in Jakarta on Tuesday, giving them a real chance of reaching the 2026 World Cup. Marcelino Ferdinand struck twice against the Hervé Renard-coached Saudis to secure his country's first win in the third phase of the continent's qualifiers, boosting their hopes of an appearance at the finals in North America. Indonesia are attempting to qualify for the World Cup for the first time since 1938, when the country secured their only appearance at the finals. The win lifted Indonesia off the bottom of Group C and into the third place after 6 matches. Still to come on DD India Sports Buzz. Pep Guardiola extends his contract with Manchester City to remain with the Premier League champions until 2026. From Michael Schumacher's helmet to Paul McCartney's guitar, a lot on offer at Eubank's memorabilia sales.
Goa, an adventure paradise like none other. From lush forests to rugged hills, from pristine ocean beach stretches to stunning lakes, there is something to explore in every corner of the state. And some adventures are wilder than others. Watch postcards from Goa on National Geographic.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Sports Buzz. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Sudan's soccer national team has qualified for the African Cup of Nations after a goalless draw against Angola, which saw them finish second in their group. Sudanese fans were seen waving flags, cheering and lighting up the sky with fireworks in Libya's Benghazi. Sudan needed 1 point in order to qualify from their group, which they achieved after drawing with already qualified Angola. Sudan won the AFCON when they hosted the tournament in 1970, but have advanced beyond the group stage only once and have qualified for just 3 of the recent 24 editions of the tournament.
We are very happy to qualify, and our greatest and first happiness is that we are able to draw joy on the faces of the Sudanese and our families currently in Sudan in these difficult circumstances. We are proud to see them happy. They are able to laugh, able to be happy and able to smile. This is a big thing for us.
Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has signed a new contract to extend his stay at the Premier League champions until 2026. Guardiola's current deal, signed in 2022, was due to expire at the end of the season. The Spaniard managed Barcelona from 2008 to 2012 and spent 3 years in charge of Bayern Munich, winning 3 league titles at each club before joining City. The 53-year-old, who joined the club in 2016, has led City to 6 league titles, 2 FA Cups and a Champions League triumph as part of their treble win in 2023, along with the FIFA Club World Cup and 4 league clubs. And on to tennis now. Rafael Nadal's illustrious career came to an end on Tuesday as Spain lost to the Netherlands in the Davis Cup in Malaga. Holding back his tears, Nadal tried to compose himself in front of his fans, who also got very emotional seeing their legend retire from the sport of tennis. In his speech, Nadal thanked his fans and said that he was leaving tennis with a peace of mind, having left the sporting arena with a personal legacy he can be proud of.
Tennis legend Rafael Nadal bit his lower lip and his reddened eyes welled with tears as he stood alongside his Davis Cup teammates for Spain's national anthem at what him and everyone knew might be the last match of his career. Hours after Nadal's loss to both Juan Goswami of Netherlands was over, the evening did not turn out to represent the 22-time Grand Slam champion's farewell to professional tennis because the Dutch eliminated the Spaniards in the quarterfinals just after midnight. And it was during an on-court post-match ceremony to honor Nadal that he cried and cried at the singing chorus of Rafa from the spectators. At the video showing highlights from his more than 2 decades on tour and the collection of recorded tributes from tennis legends like Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic.
Of course, have been an emotional day, nerves before what can be my last singles match like a professional. That's the way that I felt that. And then, yeah, of course, the emotions, feeling the national anthem for the last time like a professional have been, very special. In some ways, good. Maybe if that was my last match, that was my last match. If nothing happens, I lost my first match in the Davis Cup, and I lost my last one. So we closed the circle.
One of the greatest tennis players in the history of the game, Nadal won everything there was to win and defined a golden era in the sport. His 92 singles career titles include 22 Grand Slams, a record 14 French Open titles, and Olympic gold at Beijing 2008. He also collected a doubles gold at Rio Olympics 2016 and 4 Davis Cup titles. A light projection featuring a 10-meter image of Nadal was also projected near the Eiffel Tower to mark the nearing end of the iconic player's career in the sport. When the matches, the ceremony, the night, and his career were over, Nadal hugged his teammates and left the court, pausing to wave a goodbye to his fans one last time. Sports Desk, DD India.
End of an era indeed. He's definitely leaving a legacy behind for many to follow, Rafael Nadal. Moving on, Slovakia reached the Billie Jean King Cup final as doubles pairing Teresa Mihalikova and Victoria Hrunchkova completed a stunning comeback victory in Malaga. Emma Raducanu had given Britain the lead by beating Hrunchkova in the opening singles, but Rebecca Shramkova hit back from the Slovaks by upsetting Katie Bolter in 3 sets. Mihalikova and Hrunchkova then outclassed a British pair, Heather Watson and Olivia Nicholas, 6-2, 6-2 to send Slovakia into Wednesday's final against Italy. It is the first time Slovakia had reached the final of the women's team event since 2002. And from a helmet signed by 7 times Formula One world champion Michael Schumacher to Paul McCartney's guitar, a range of items will go under the hammer this week in Britain. Some 200 items will go under the hammer at Surrey's auction house sporting memorabilia sale on Wednesday. Among these are a 2004 racing season replica helmet signed by Schumacher, limited edition book about late Brazilian soccer star Pelé. Other soccer items for the sale include a 1956 menu signed by Manchester United players, some of whom died in the 1958 Munich air crash.
Yeah, so on the football front, we've got the 1966 squad signed photograph, but with also a separate signed page in a presentation display. Also on the football front, Manchester United, so anything sort of pre-Munich air crash tends to have a premium at auction. We've got a signed menu by a number of the stars who were involved in that tragic crash, including Duncan Edwards. So that should do quite well in the auction itself. The estimate on that about 1 to 2,000.
And with that, it's a wrap on DD India's Sports Buzz. Do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. Connect with us on our different social media handles. And for those on the go, you can download our DD India mobile app for quick news and updates. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. So we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja from all of us here in New Delhi. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.